All right. Good evening, people, students who are live with me, okay, and can hear me. Give me confirmation, and here we start. So, the main agenda is to share the expected score versus percentile, okay, because based on that only you will have all the cutoffs coming up. So, um, quickly, guys, okay, give me a quick confirmation on you guys, if you guys are able to hear me, and then we get started off. Everyone. All right. So that is okay. As I said, okay, is the agenda okay for what we have to we're going to talk today. So yes, okay. On that note, first thing okay that I've already shared all through the day. Okay, today is where the pattern for CAT 21 okay as it was already announced by IIM Ahmedabad. So the pattern changed, and now we have this new pattern okay of 66 questions okay in 120 minutes. Okay, earlier last year we had 76 questions. So there was a 10 questions reduction. Okay, there was 10 question that was reduced. Okay, if you see, and like one very good observation is where okay you see that now cons is not the most heavy weighted section. Okay, earlier cons and verbal was given the same importance, but now verbal has been given the highest importance. Okay, so that's a good thing for the next set of exams to come up. Okay, in terms of next year CAT and all that, because now we see IIM Ahmedabad was the paper, no, the paper setter for this year, and IIM Ahmedabad usually it is said that IIM Ahmedabad is the institute, okay, which sets up the trend for CAT exam. So in the past two times where IIM Ahmedabad had set up the paper, they made changes, and those changes were something that the other IIMs kind of followed. So is this going to stay for the next couple of years with CAT exam, or is going to change again? We don't know. But yes, that's a good sign for students who did not like cons. Okay, for whom cons was not a good area. Okay, those two questions less. Okay, and having those two questions more in verbal was definitely a good change. Okay, a change that was welcomed by a lot of students. Verbal ability. Okay, so I'm going to go section by section. I'm going to talk about everything what happened in each of the sections. This is across the slots because we didn't see any change in terms of the in terms of the number of RCs. Okay, that in some section it was two RCs, three RCs, and some other section it was like four RCs. Nothing of that sort of. So all the slots had the same breakup in the type in the type of questions breakup. Okay, it was same. So वो same था. RC 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there were four RCs. In fact, one very interesting thing, okay, that I always told okay to my students, that from which sources usually the RC comes. RC is going to come from all mostly the international newspapers or international journals, websites like Eon Essays. These are the major sources. So one of the good observations, okay, is for one of the RCs, okay, that I remember is, if you just have a quick check, just a minute, I'll just share it with you all here. So this is okay. This is one of the pages okay that I have okay, which is for, I think, yes. All right. So if you see this okay, on this page, this is the from, I think, yeah, this New York Times. Yes. So this New York Times, and this is one of the passages that came today in your this thing, RC. Many people believe that truth conveys power. Okay, and so like there are certain lines okay which they did not pick up. Other than that, okay, hence sticking with the truth is the best strategy for gaining power. These are okay, on one hand, power means having the ability to manipulate objective realities, to hunt animals, to construct bridges. This is the actual RC that you face today in one of the slots. Okay, and I think in two slots this RC had come up. So that is why we always guide you on this front. Okay, that what comes in CAT exam. Okay, you guys should be reading, should be preparing on those lines. Okay, so this was something that MBAP had already informed students. Okay, that these are the kind of sources that you should follow. And yet again we see it this time again. Okay, where CAT has given you a RC from one of those international journals, so international newspapers. So yes, that's let us go back okay and check okay our, just a minute. All right, so let me just go back to my presentation and show you what we were discussing there. Great. So yes, four RCs overall that we see. Okay, and so if you ask, okay, all the four RCs were more of on philosophical lines. Okay, civilizations, languages. So more of abstract topics. Okay, you didn't have anything with regards to science and all that. Okay, that did not come much, and that's why one of those RCs were easy. Reason being the language used, okay, was quite easy there. And yes, okay, in terms of verbal ability, overall there was 8 questions. Okay, in parajumpers and odd sentences. Okay, for different slots. Okay, we had some change. Okay, some people got 3 parajumpers and 2 odd sentences. Some people got 2 parajumpers and 3 odd sentences, something like that. So, but overall, para summary were 3 questions, and para summary were difficult. Okay, like the only one para summary I remember was on a something that was on a doable side. The other two were quite time consuming. It was not very easy to come down to the final summary. Okay, like 2 options were still remaining. So out of this, okay, overall attempt, okay, that we're looking at is somewhere around close to 13, 14 or 15 questions that we're looking at. Is a good attempt. Okay, if you have done, okay, close to 15 attempts, not more than 15 is something that we're looking at. Okay, but close to 15 attempts is a good attempt. Okay, if it is in the range of 13 to 15, is that is still fine. Okay, so that is about verbal ability for all the 3 sections overall. Okay, and if we look at LRDI, now LRDI is one section that a lot of people has faced problem. So understand, I mean, your verbal was easy, your cons was easy. Okay, so definitely one of the sections is supposed to be difficult. Okay, so LRDI was that section this time, just like last time. Like in CAT 2020 also LRDI was the difficult section. So once there are people who like, everyone has given me one thing for sure, that okay, they were able to solve that one set, okay, which was easy. Mostly that was data interpretation. Okay, for a lot of people, having those this bar graph, the horizontal bar graph was there. So that was the easiest, okay, among all the other. But yes, like the other, like, games and tournaments, time consuming, but not something, okay, which was not not solvable. It was solvable, but time consuming. That was actually dependent on the fact that how much time do you take for the easier set. So one set definitely is a 80 percentile or 85 percentile here. Okay, 2 sets is going to be about 95 percentile. So that is why if the overall attempt in this section is close to 10, that's very good. Okay, 8 to 10 is fine. All right. Coming to cons. Okay, coming to cons. Okay, we will like, if you have a breakdown of different areas. Arithmetic, 9 questions. Okay, I remember close to 3 to 4 questions on profit and loss. Okay, and percentages. Time speed distance did not was not that much. Okay, because a lot of people don't like time speed distance. So time speed distance was one. Time and work was also one. Okay, so not lot of arithmetic topics, okay, which students don't like. That was not there much. Okay, so out of 9, you can consider, you can see that percentage, profit and loss, ratio, proportion, averages together was close to 5 questions that I remember. So again, a very easy section overall. Okay, where students could easily attempt close to around 15 again, like, almost on the same level of verbal. Some people found verbal easy, some people found cons easy, but like in the same range of 13 to 14 attempts. Okay, 13 to 15 attempts is in cons. Okay, with a 90% accuracy is something that would have given you a good score here. Okay, now comes the part of the expected cutoff. Okay, and this is, let me tell you, okay, this is obviously we are giving you a range. Okay, and that is because I mean, for the other 2 slots, okay, other than what I attended, okay, the one that I attempted, okay, other 2 slots, okay, I am relying on the inputs that I got from a lot of students to whom I spoke to. Okay, now the point that I want to highlight here is with regards to look at the overall score. Okay, and if you compare it with what it was last year, okay, you see a slight drop. Okay, and that slight drop is obviously because of the reduction in the number of questions as well. So that is one of the major reasons. So if you see here, okay, for a 99 percentile, okay, we are looking somewhere close to 95 to 99. Okay, like 97, 99 is what we're looking at in terms of score. So yes, okay, obviously LRDI is the least. Okay, if you see the least number of score, okay, that you see is LRDI, because LRDI was the difficult section. So 27 to 29, okay, roughly if you see, okay, people who must have got those two sets right, okay, will, I am expecting them to be in the 99 percentile range, okay. But if at all, let's say you did only one section, one particular set right, okay, there was four questions, okay, that's like 12 marks somewhere there, so you will still be crossing the 80 percentile mark, which is a sectional cutoff for a lot of colleges. So don't worry on that part, okay. If you have done well on the other two sections, okay, where you see, okay, you are at a 99 percentile or 99.5 percentile in cons and VRC, but LRDI you are on a slightly lower side, I think you should be still around 98 percentile overall. So this is overall that we're looking at, okay, with regards to the expected cutoffs, okay. 98, 95 and 80 percentile is somewhere close to 40 to 44 score, okay, is where we're looking at the overall score for 80 percentile. So though these are the expected cutoffs for now, so take a screenshot of this, okay. Let's see, okay, I mean, we are expecting this to be here. Last time at 99 percentile, okay, we got 104 score, okay, like 99. But this year, as I said, okay, the scores are going to be slightly lesser than last year, okay, because the reduction in the number of questions. Okay, great. So that brings us to this note, okay, where we have a lot of things, okay, that students do have in their mind, okay, and I'm going to ask you guys also with regards to any doubts, any questions that you have in mind, okay, because there are a lot of things that a student is supposed to do post cat, okay, like what after cat is, there are non-cat exams, okay, there are certain exams that you can still apply. And one big thing that I want to tell you, for students who were, whose cat did not go well just because of logical reasoning section, okay, for those students I'm telling you, please go and give that exam, okay. That is not having exclusive section on logic, okay, that comes with verbal, so you are having you have scope of doing good there. So yeah, do attend this session tomorrow, okay, that we have at 8 p.m, okay, where we will be discussing about the non-cat exams, the other colleges. We will also talk about, okay, the GDPI preparation that we're going to start soon. So please make sure that you do follow this, okay, and attend it tomorrow 8 p.m. is where we will be covering a lot of aspects in detail. Okay, so make sure that you register also. In case you have any questions, you can put it here, and make sure that you take a screenshot of this expected cutoff for now, okay, that we are expecting. And somewhere, okay, in the month of December, I am expecting the response sheet to be out, okay, and that gives you a fair idea of how much percentile that you would be getting. Great, that's all guys, okay. Stay tuned for this session coming up tomorrow, okay, where we'll be discussing about what all activities and what all preparation points, okay, that you have to focus on after your CAT exam. All the best. Bye.